God designed you to heal and thrive and overcome obstacles. Do you feel like you're overcoming your obstacles today? Well, we're going to talk about 4 simple steps to move you past whatever problems you're facing that are getting in the way between you and the promise, you and your goal for your life. First, I want to show you this amazing smoothie. It is so delicious, and at the end, I'm going to give you the exact recipe of what's in here so you can make this at home today. You're going to love it, I guarantee it. So have you ever experienced a time where you all of a sudden get excited about a goal or a change that you want to make, and right away comes all these roadblocks in the path to getting to where you want to go? That's happened to me every time probably, and I think it's just the way it works. And I help people that are stuck in these barriers overcome that, because when you get stuck there, you can start to think, this isn't going to work, this isn't for me, it's too hard. So a new habit maybe that people want to form, maybe it's a new healthy diet plan, or an exercise routine, or a mindset shift, a total mindset overhaul to getting from one stuck area to an open, more expansive thought process, or maybe a deeper walk with God. These are things that people desire, but the roadblocks shut them down. And I want to talk about 4 ways today to help you so that doesn't happen. And I'm going to use a Bible story to illustrate this today. It's the story of Moses from Exodus chapter 3 and 4. So Moses is on the mountain talking with God, and God gives Moses a big, huge promise. He says, go back to Egypt, tell Pharaoh to let my people go. He's going to let them go eventually. Walk them back to this place, walk them all the way to a new land I'm going to give them, and that's going to be their promised land. That is a huge, huge promise. There were about 2 million people of the children of Israel in slavery in Egypt, oppressed, stuck. And God says, Moses, just go free them, walk them all the way through this desert, and bring them into their own land. That's a huge promise. So right when he gets this great promise from God, the barriers start to come into Moses' way. In his own thoughts, things like, for number 1, there's a desert that I've already crossed once and it was really hard. Now I have to cross it again with my wife and children, and then get a bunch of people, like 2 million of them, walk them all the way back through this desert, and figure out how to give them water and food and protect them and keep them together. And I don't know how to do that. The second one is Egypt. He's supposed to go back to the place he fled for his life, because those people were trying to kill him. Not only that, but they're the taskmasters, the slave masters that are oppressing the people of God. The third one is, apparently Moses stuttered. He didn't communicate very well, and he knew that. And that was a barrier for him. How am I supposed to go talk to the king that was basically the highest ruler of all time at that moment, when I stutter and I don't communicate well, and I'm fearful of that? And I understand. I feel the same way. These 3 roadblocks kind of boil down to one thing, and that is fear. So how did Moses overcome his obstacles and move past them, seep over them into the promise that God has for him? And the way he did that was, number 1, he started. He just obeyed God and he started. Even though he had all the fears, he just started it anyways. And that's what we have to do. Once you have a desire or a goal or a vision, you have to just take the first steps. No matter what kind of obstacles are going to come up your way, take the steps. He went down the mountain, he started gathering his family, he started preparing for the journey. The second thing is that he started talking about it. He started talking about the vision, the direction God was giving him. He went back home and he talked to his father-in-law Jethro, and he said, I've got to do this thing that God's put on my heart. Then he met his brother Aaron along the way. He shared with him what God had put on his heart, said, this is what we're going to do. Then when he got to Egypt, he talked to Pharaoh about it. He talked to the elders of Israel about it. He told people over and over, this is what God said. This is what I'm going to do. And a side note of that is choose the people carefully that you're going to talk about the promises and your goals with. Because there will be people, and you all know them, who will try to shut you down and discourage you. So if you don't have anybody right now, talk to yourself about it. Remind yourself every day, this is where I'm going. This is who I am becoming. This is what I'm about. And this is what God is going to help me accomplish. And then people will come in your life that you can share that with. The third thing is, so the first thing is he started anyways. The second thing is he started talking about it. The third thing is that he stayed in touch with the source. So God was the source. He gave him the vision. He stayed close to the source. So he prayed to God often. He talked with God when things weren't looking so good. He asked for confirmation. He checked back in with the source often. The source of your vision, the source of your strength, stay connected to that every day and ask God to help you. And the fourth thing is that Moses didn't quit, ever. He went down to Egypt. He battled it out with Pharaoh. He went through all the plagues. He walked the people out through the desert, through the ocean, even though there was an army chasing them, through the complaining years and years, through the rebellion, through people wanting to stone him, all the obstacles. He went right to the edge of the promised land, all the way until his job was done. He never, ever quit. We can't let the obstacles that face us shut us down. We can't quit, or we'll never get into the promised land. We'll never get into that life of freedom and abundance, and we'll just stay stuck. So we have to take Moses' example. Start when you have a vision. Just start. Talk about it with people that will encourage you. Stay in touch with the source of your vision and your strength. And finally, don't ever quit. Do you know the difference between people that succeed and the people that just struggle and struggle and struggle? It's expectation. Expectation is our human superpower. Build up an expectation of that promise that you're going to be reaching, that you're going to be living in, and hold on to that. Build it up in your imagination and your mind, bigger than the problems. So where are you stuck? Put in the comments below. What is the problem that is just holding you back from the promise? And instead, I want to encourage you to build up an expectation so big that the problems that you're struggling with become inconsequential. So what is your goal? Is it maybe a weight loss, certain amount of weight loss, or starting an exercise routine consistently? Or is it mindset shifts? Or is it establishing a consistent quiet time practice with the Lord, Bible reading? Whatever it is it maybe to get over an addiction that you're in, or get off pills, or whatever it is that you are longing for, to have deeper relationships? Well, these people that have these goals have overcome them. And if they can do it, you can do it. So people that have established a healthy eating routine where they ditch the processed foods and the garbage, they have overcome the problems of, how do I handle social circumstances? How do I deal with my cravings? What do I eat? What do I not eat? How do I deal with deficiencies and all those obstacles that they face? They have overcome them. They have seen past those problems to get to the promise. People that have a exercise routine that they're faithful in, they have seen past the obstacles of, how do I find the time? How do I deal with the soreness? This is so hard. I don't like to get up early. All of those problems, they have seen past them to the promise where they're going to feel so much better. They're going to feel stronger. They're going to feel fitter. They're going to enjoy living in their body more. The promise is worth it to get past all the problems. If it's renewing their mind, people that want to renew their mind, they want to sow good seeds instead of weeds into their future. They have gotten over, they see over the problem of neural pathways and other influences in their life that negatively affect them. And they see the promise of the benefit and they know it's worth it. So remember, the number one difference between people that struggle and people that don't is their expectation. So you might say, I've tried. Yes, those are the things that I want, but I've tried and they're hard. It's too difficult. I don't have any support. I don't even know how. I don't have the skills for that right now. Well, it's very likely that you need mentorship. We all need mentorship. We all need community of people that will encourage us, that have gone one step ahead of us and that are reaching back and grabbing us to take us up to where they are. That's all that we need. Moses had that. He had Aaron to talk about with and to help him to walk the journey with. He had Joshua and to hold up his hands when he was weary and tired. Actually, Joshua was fighting. Aaron and were holding up his hands, but Joshua was his right-hand man. He also had the leaders of the tribes of Israel that would support him and help him with the governing of all the people. We need a community of people to hold us up. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. So in the description, there will be a link to book a free call with me. Let's strategize. Let's get you from stuck to promise. There's also a description for our coaching mentorship group. There's also, it just describes everything you get in this amazing group. It's wonderful. It's exactly maybe what you need to support you on your wellness journey. There's also a 75% off coupon because price should never be a barrier to you to realize your health and wellness goals and just living a better, more abundant life. And if you know this is a route you want to take and you want to invest in yourself, book some sessions with me and we will work out a specific custom plan for you to meet your needs, meet your goals. And I would love to help you with that. So, as promised, my delicious morning smoothie is 2 cups of strawberries, 3 bananas, 1 lime juice, and a cup of coconut water. It's delicious. It will help you on every one of your goals, I'm sure, and it will make you feel great. So here's my encouragement for you. This is what I'm going to ask you to do today. Besides, if you want to make this delicious smoothie, set an intention today. Design an expectation for your life that is so strong and hold it in your attention every day until it becomes your experience in life. And then go and share that with others and help them do the same. Until next time, stay blessed, by the best.